Hi everyone. So today we're going to discuss how to display an underline beneath text links when a user holds their cursor over a link on your Wix website. Now this is important because it's always good to provide visual feedback to the user indicating that a text link is indeed a text link. So what you're seeing here is this is my Wix web page on my Wix website. And I have these links here, and I want, when I hold the mouse over those links, I want it to give the user feedback that this is indeed a link, okay? Now, we can see that it does change the mouse from the arrow to the pointing hand, but that's not enough. I want the text to give some visual feedback that it is indeed a link, and the way I want to achieve that is by having a white underline display underneath the text of the link when I hover over that link itself. Okay. So as you can see right now, it's not doing that. So what we're going to do to make it do that is we're going to add a little bit of JavaScript code, and Wix supports this and makes it easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do that. Basically, you want to go to the dashboard for your Wix site, okay, and then click on Settings here at the bottom. And then once you're on the settings page, scroll down to just about the very bottom and click on custom code. All right. Now you're going to see this page is going to display, and this is where they allow you to add custom code. You're going to see I actually already have a script in place that does this, but we're going to back up and I'm going to show you how it got here. Okay. So when I click that Add Custom Code button, what it's going to do is it's going to display this Edit Custom Code window. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our custom JavaScript code to this field right here. We are going to select the domain that we want this code attached to. And this is important right now, is if you have a free Wix website that does not have a domain attached to it, this will not work. This will only work on paid sites and the premium sites, I believe they call it. And you have to have a domain name associated with the website that you're doing this to, okay? It will, by default, show you in this drop-down list any domains that you have registered to you. In this case, we just have somebigfun.com as our domain, and we're going to attach the script to that domain. We want to give that, we're going to give it a simple name that we'll remember that describes what it is we're doing with this code. I've simply put underline all text links on hover. And then we're going to add the code to the desired pages. Now you have the choice. You can either say add it to all pages in the website or just specific pages in the website. And if you wanted just specific pages, you would click this radio button and it would display a list of all of the pages in your site with checkboxes in front of each page name, and you just check boxes for the pages you want it attached to. I, however, want this functionality to be consistent throughout the website. Therefore, I'm going to attach this to every page on the website. Anytime a user hovers over a text link, I want the line to display underneath. Okay, no matter where they are on the site. Consistency is good. Okay, so we've told it all pages. We're going to tell it to load the code once. The other option is to load it for each new page. We just want to load the code once and be done with it, and that will work just fine for us. The last thing we want to set is where are we going to place this code in the web page itself, and we want to choose body end. The reason we do that is we want the browser to fully load the page and then run this script, so that as you're going to see in a moment, the script basically puts together dynamically a list of all the links on the page, and then it iterates through those pages, adding the functionality to display the line underneath. Okay, so that said, just select body end. That means it's going to execute later in the process of loading the page. And then you click apply. You click apply. Now, before we move off, let's look at the critical part. What is that code that we're going to put in this box right here? And that code is this. This is all there is to it. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to copy it and you're going to paste it into that box. Now let's just real quick do a high-level review of what this code does. Once the page loads and it runs this JavaScript, what it's going to do is it's going to compile a list of all the links on the page, and that's what this does. It's going to gather all of those with this anchor attribute, build this list, and then it's going to iterate through that list of links. It's going to go through it for this cycle right here for each link on the page, and it's going to add event listeners to the mouse over event. It's going to be checking for that mouse over, and when a mouse over occurs on one of these links, it's going to set this attribute, the text declaration attribute, to underline. And we can also tell it will underline on what color. We're going to set this text declaration color attribute to white because I want it white. You can set it to whatever color fits the scheme of your website. And I want the thickness of that underline to be 2 pixels because I want it clearly visible. There are other attributes too that you can set. Just do a Google search on style.textdecoration and you'll see other attributes you can set if there's something different you want to do for that visual feedback for users. Okay? And the last thing is it's going to add the event listener. It's going to add to the mouse out event this instruction to, when you roll away from that link, you want all of that underlining, you want it to disappear. And to get that, just say text decoration equal none. And that's all it's going to take to get the effect that we want. All right, so let's go back to, we're going to go back to our page here. All right, and as we said, we have, let me bring it up in this view here. We've got all this information in the page now. We click apply, then we go back to our, back to our page, and we want to save it, and we want to publish it, so it pushes it up to the server. Okay, and now it can take a couple of minutes before it happens, and you want to, of course, be sure to, if you're testing this, make sure that you do a refresh on your web page so that the new code takes effect. Okay, so now I'm going to, this page right here still doesn't have it intact yet, so you're going to see what it looks like before we have added that text, right? But up on the server itself, on the page that we've moved up, okay, what it's going to do is now this code is in place. Look what happens when they do a mouse over. The white line displays underneath. The underline happens as we asked, and when we move the mouse out, it's going to disappear. And there you have it, the visual feedback that we wanted when a user scrolls the mouse over a link on our Wix website. All right, that's it. If this helped you out, please give it a like, and we'll see you next time.